Yo, so what a rush. And I mean, two fights just, right? They just speak to going right here, right? Now, it's not finishes that happened in the first seconds, but people, in the closing seconds of the first round, both fights, buzzer beaters, and god damn, it was craziness. It was craziness. Now, one of them, you know what I mean, went my way. The other did not. Right? Like many of the fights on this card. It was a tough night, people. It was a tough night, but boy. So the first fight was the opening fight of the prelims proper. The lightweight clash between Chase Hooper and Alexander Hernandez. And this fight opened well, you know what I mean? Now, when you were looking at both of these fighters, Hernandez was like, definitely bigger than Hooper, right? Hooper's long, he's tall, but boy, you know what I mean? Yeah, Hernandez bigger for sure. And Hooper was using his range well. You know, opens with a head kick, a spinning body kick. You know what I mean? He was doing that very well, using his jab. And Hernandez, not rushing, right? Keeping everything in check. Right now, in previous fights, we have seen him get a little reckless. We've seen him, you know, just not be very active. This fight was very different, you know, very different. Hernandez was keeping his poise, looking for those opportune moments. And as Hooper was doing well, right, as I say, he's landing, he's using his range very well. He starts to get reckless, right? He starts to throw shots without, you know, with what's the word I'm looking for? Right, kind of just naked shots. You know what I mean? There's no setup, and he's leaving his guard down more and more as the round's going on. So Hernandez is getting, as the round is going on, Hernandez is having more opportunities to land. You know, nothing crazy big, anything like that. You know, but he's having a bit more opportunity. He did throw a head kick at one point, which, you know, didn't come close. But then, you know, Chase didn't counter it or anything like that. So it was all gravy. You feel me? But yeah, we are drawing to the close on the first round. And you probably go Hooper has won that first round, right? But he comes forward. His hands are down. And when I say down, he's not fighting like Michael Venom Page, right? But instead of up here, they're just down a bit, you know? So you're just leaving that opening. And as he's coming forward, Hernandez just lands straight down the middle. Straight down the middle. Puts Hooper down. Couple of follow-up shots, and it is over. And literally, he connects, and the buzzer goes, right? That's how crazy it was. You know, the buzzer goes as Hooper goes down, and the follow-up, you know, it's literally, it's like 1, 2, beep. You know what I mean? And that's it. Fight is over. Round is over. Huge win for Alexander Hernandez, right? Because, yeah, I picked Hooper to win. And he was showing, you know, early on that he had the skills, right? He had the ability to win. but it all just went away. That's the thing, man. That's the thing. It's MMA. Anything can happen. And yo, on Saturday night, it really motherfucking did. You know what I mean? So our next fight was our featured bout of the night, right? This time it's the welterweights. We have Geoff Neal against Carlos Prates. And yeah, this was a good, oh man, on paper, you're looking at this fight going, yeah, okay, what's going to happen here? Right? They were scheduled to meet prior to this. But I think it was Neal that got injured, right? So Prates was coming in off of his first defeat of his career to Ian Machado Gary, right? And Prates, I mean, Neal was coming in off of a win, right? So, you know, it's all looking good, right? To some respects, it's all looking good. But how would it go? Because, you know, Prates is very fucking tall, right? Very tall. He had the reach for sure. He had the reach, you know. So it was just like, can Neal get inside? What is Neal able to do here? And yeah, Neal was attacking the leg. You know, he did a decent job attacking that leg. You know, but Prates attacked the leg as well. You know what I mean? So they were both kind of trading on that front. And you kind of go, right? Prates was probably having the better of the leg kicks. Right? Prates was probably having the better of the leg kicks. And I think, right, because it was October last year when Neal beat Rafael dos Anjos, right? So it's been a little while since he's been in there. You know, it's been a little, and you know, nothing crazy, but it's still been a minute, right? And Prates is coming off a loss, right? But it's just maybe he's a little bit more frequent because his fight against Gary was April this year. So it's a loss, but it's just that fight familiarity, you know? And Prates' movement was very good. Now, Neal was doing a decent job of cutting him off, right? But he wasn't necessarily throwing the shots to be able to trap him on the fence, right? Do that damage. And he was allowing Prates to be at kick range. And that's where Prates is doing his work, landing some really good frigging kicks, right? Fight is going on and Prates is landing more and hitting some combinations, right? Neal, he's doing better than, you know, the concern was, because as I say, there's been those fights, right? And it's one of those things, right? Because, you know, we have the same thing with Hernandez, where there's times where the fighters don't necessarily throw enough, you know? And the corners are like, yo, you need to throw more. We need more volume. But for whatever reason, they're not throwing. Cannonier has that issue, you know? But Neal was he was getting more shots off, but still he could have done more. He could have thrown more shots, right? So we are getting towards the end of the round. Prates is definitely starting to feel himself, right? He's getting loosey-goosey. He's, you know, I think he landed a spinning body kick and then 2 leg kicks, right? He is loose. And he lands a really nice step-in elbow, right? Real nice stepping elbow. Neal steps in. Prates spinning elbow, side of the head. Neal just crashes to the ground. Buzzer goes. Right? We had another buzzer beater. It was crazy. And then when on the replay, when you hear the noise, yo, it was like for a minute you worried that it was gonna be like oh gosh, it was MVP when it was in Bellator. He landed that knee to the head of Cyborg and he just caved the skull in, and you're just like, no, it can't. Luckily, no crazy damage like that, but it, it was pretty, but it weren't pretty. You feel me? It was just like, no, that's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt. And it's the first time Geoff Neal's been knocked out, yo. First time. So Carlos Prates, he answered, right? When people were doubting him after that first loss, he came back and showed the world, I still got it, right? And so many fighters, right? Because Rogan did a lot of interviews this night, right? Did a lot of interviews. And every fucking time, it's just like, yo, this was a big win for you. You've got the opportunity. Who do you want next? And like, I don't call out people. I'm just happy to fight. And it's just like, it's not disrespectful going, I would like to test myself against this person, right? It's disrespectful if you go, hey, I think this person's a piece of shit. I think this person's rubbish. I want to knock him out, right? That's it, you know what I mean? But if you're just like, yo, I would like to challenge myself, you know? And this is what it is. That's what the division is. If someone is above you, obviously they understand that the people below them will want to fight them. So you call your shot. No one's doing it. Prates, boom, he did everything right. Everything right. Got the big win. And then he calls out Leon Edwards, right? Calls out Leon Edwards, calls to be included on the Brazil card, says, hey, how about a bonus because it's my birthday tomorrow, right? And the first thing homie did was go, hey, can you sign my friend? He's LFA champion. He's undefeated. He is a problem, right? So Prates did so many things right, and he got two of them straight away, right? Dana said he gets the bonus, and he says he gets the fight in October. So all we need to know now is, will it be against Leon Edwards, and will his buddy get signed? But that's what you do, people. That's what you do, you know? And that spinning elbow buzzer beater, perfect way to bring us into the co-main event, otherwise known as the feature bout twin. Yeah, and you'll know why in a second, people.